Well, I'm back. I kind of got cut off a little earlier than intended because my battery was dead. But I've cut all the potatoes in this, and it's got holes in it, so it will steam real good. And we're going to put it in the Instapot. I love this here. And then it says for 8 to 10 quart Instapot, you or more potatoes. They were using 3 pounds of potatoes, while I'm using 6 pounds of potatoes. So it calls for 1 cup of water or broth. Well, it says to use 2 cups if it's bigger, so a pint is 2 cups. And this is the turkey broth from the backs and necks when I cook them down. So we're going to put that in here. There's no sodium in here yet, so I will probably take some of these potatoes out, or one of them, and mash it up for my mom. Because, she can't have sodium, but everybody else wants salt and, So now, all we have to do is pressure cook this for 10 minutes. So I'll put the lid on. And like I say, I didn't salt it ahead of time. Normally I would, but I can't take some out for Mom if I salt it ahead of time. So we'll do that afterwards. And this direction says to do it afterwards, so that works. So we are gonna pressure cook it. Pressure level. See if I can figure it out. Slow cook, saute, start, pressure cook. Okay, there. Pressure level, I think it's going to have a level to do. High pressure, oops. Now I got to start all over. Cancel. Pressure cooker, level, low, high. We're on high. And for 10 minutes, so we got to increase that up to 10. Oops, I went to 11. There's 10. And 10 pounds. Sounds good. Then I will pressure this for 10 minutes, and then I won't put the, I got to make sure that the little petcock is what my mom called it years ago when it was a pressure cooker, down so it pressures. So that's down. Now in 10 minutes it's going to automatically shut off, and then I'll make sure that the keep warm is shut off. Keep warm is shut off. So in 20 minutes I'll be back on. It will have lowered down on the pressure, and probably have to open it for a little bit to get the last little bit out. And then we'll go from there. So we will catch you later. Pressure cooker cooked for 10 minutes, and then I set the microwave timer for 10 minutes, and that's been up. So now I got to open this. Like I say, years ago it was called a petcock. I don't know what it's called now. And then we let all the pressure out, and it won't take very long. Then we're going to jab it with a fork to make sure that they're done. If they're not done, we'll have to do the whole thing and only do it 4 minutes. But they should be done because they weren't huge potatoes. So we're just patiently waiting here. What I'm going to be making next is apple crisp. So I've actually started peeling the apples because that takes a while. And I like them peeled. It says that you don't have to peel them, but I personally textures is a big thing with me. And I don't like the texture of the peeling so I always peel mine, and that takes a while. My mom, she quit peeling them years ago, but I just like it better peeled, so we're peeling it. Now the potatoes can be fine not peeled. I didn't peel them. So, and I got me an immersion blender. I've never used it, so we're going to see how it works to It's almost done. In the meantime, I'm going to grab the cream. Okay, my recipe's here. We're going to look at it and see what it says. Butter, heavy cream, and salt. So I'm going to grab the butter too. And here's a stick of butter. And it says a half cup, which is 1 stick. A cup of cream, and a teaspoon of salt, and then some pepper. So I think garlic would be good. So I'm going to do garlic pepper. What the heck? Garlic pepper is my go-to seasoning, so we're going to have it garlic flavored too. And it says a half a teaspoon pepper, 1/4 teaspoon, parsley flakes. It says a teaspoon of, so I would say like a teaspoon and a half. Oh, wait, double batch. There's twice as much here, so I'm going to have to do 2 I think 1 stick of butter is fine. We can tweak it. I could put 2 sticks in, but. So just like that, take the lid off. It's hot. Jab my potato. Oh yeah, nice and tender. And that one was a big one. So, yep, they're nice and tender. So now they're all in this thing, so I just dump them. It's too hot to grab without a hot pad. So grab a hot pad. And then I'm going to dump the potatoes in here. They said leave the broth in the bottom. So we're leaving the broth in the bottom. There we go. I don't know why you'd have to use this, but it said to. So I did. Because I pressure cooked other stuff in here and with liquid in the bottom, and it never sticks or anything. So basically what we're going to do is, it's got a lock. Oh, just like that. I got to hold them both buttons down. I love immersion blenders. And since I have the skins on it yet, the immersion blender's really good because with the skins on, it's going to chop that up real fine too, which is... Okay, now we are going to put I'll find my teaspoon. Half a teaspoon, tablespoon. Got my teaspoon someplace. Bet it's in here. Ha ha! My drain pan, I washed it. So we're going to put a couple teaspoons of this in. And there we go. We are going to put our stick of butter in, and it's kind of froze, so I think I'm going to stick it down in there. And then we're going to, I'll wait a little while for it to melt. And hey, I got a better idea. I have melted one in the microwave. Stick of butter. Then I'll put this in there and melt it. Voila, there's that. And technically it calls for 2 cups because we're kind of doubling the batch, because I use 6 pounds of russet potatoes instead of 3 pounds. So it should be, everything should be doubled. So that means a couple cups of cream. So we will measure out a couple cups of cream. And I'm going to just use the 1 stick of butter because I am going to use a stick of 8 ounces of cream cheese in it too. So look at that. It's a little shy, but that's about 2 cups. Ooh, this is going to be good. I know it is. So, okay, I am back, and I had to run and get, I have a fridge out in the garage too, because my little tiny fridge here is not very big. So we are going to, we put our butter in it, so we're good there. And it calls for parsley, so we're going to put parsley in, but I'm going to leave a little bit back for the garnish on top. Trick to cutting these open. Cut one end off, cut the other end off, then pull this up, pull it apart. It's the easiest way. Voila. It's nice when you learn these little tricks. Gotta figure out how I'm doing this. Out of the picture part of the time. This recipe didn't call for the cream cheese, but I decided to, I've seen other recipes that had cream cheese in them, and it sounds really good. I love cream cheese in my keto stuff, so yeah, we're just doing the, of course, this isn't keto because potatoes aren't keto, but low carb, potatoes are higher in carbs than a lot of vegetables. Corn is another one that's really high. You got to remember they fatten cows on corn. So, and actually a lot of ranchers feed potatoes to cattle too, and it helps keep the flesh on. So you got to remember that that's the 2 biggest ones that are kind of the no-no on. Carrots is in that high range, but they are so good for you. Anything with more color to it, like carrots have a lot of, I mean, they're they're orange, so they are got a lot of color. That's the ones that's better for you. A white potato, they're white. There's no color there, not as much nutrition, so that's why they recommend to staying away from, because we want to eat nutrient-rich foods. So I'm going to continue to blend this some more. Yep, I got to hold both buttons down. I just got this immersion blender because my other one broke. I got it at Costco. It was on sale. Okay, next step is to give it a little taste. I think I can use another teaspoon of this. There we go. Yep, that's pretty good. I hope that little taste don't ruin my keto. I don't think it will. But I'm not letting that ever go to waste either. Very good. So then I'll just garnish it with the last little bit, and I'll put this out in the garage to with everything else, and then I'll just heat it up. But with an Instant Pot, usually my heating source is I heat it up for 20 minutes just on slow cook, and then I hit the keep warm. Well, it actually goes automatically to keep warm. And then it'll keep warm for the rest of the day. So I'll probably start it first thing in the morning, because then if it's not warmed up after that little initial warm up, I can always hit it again. So, and then I'll keep it warm until we eat, and it'll be good. Okay, let's see if I can. Oh, figured out how to do that. Pop that right off. It's different than my old one was. So anyway, that's it for this. I'll get it all set up for the apple crisp and take this out to the garage. I got a table out there. The table's getting really full. I'll take a picture of it later, and you'll see everything that's ready to haul upstairs, because we'll have the Thanksgiving dinner upstairs around Mom's big tables. She's got 2 tables. She's got a dining room and a dinette. And then we actually have a scrapbooking room that has a table in it that's right close. So that's our overflow room, and it works pretty good. If you like what you see, like it and share it and subscribe. And I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.